Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. I am immigration lawyer Jim Hacking. I am here with you for the full hour. Sorry that I'm late. This is episode number 245 of the Immigration Answers Show. It's been a hectic Tuesday. It feels like a Monday, but it's really Tuesday, and I'm trying to get my mind around that. Trying to get my mind around getting everything up and running for the week. And I apologize for being late. I was in a meeting, and I've got meetings a lot this week. I'm working a 3-day week, so I've got some long days, and the show will be late this week. I think we're doing it tomorrow at 5. I'm going to do it 5 p.m. Central tomorrow, and then it'll be, I think, 4 on Thursday. But stay posted for that. If you really want to know when I'm going live and when I've canceled or whatever, then you want to text us the word show to 314-470-3300. I've got my friend Huli here. She's watching the boards and responding to all the comments. If you want to ask a question, you got to come in the waiting room, and Huli posted the link for that. If you're not and you just want to let us know where you're watching from, we always like to get lots of comments to know where people are watching from. So go ahead and leave us a comment. I'm going to get started with the show. And it looks like the first person in the waiting room is Amr. Hi, Amr.
Hi, Mr. Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So I'll give you the brief of my story. I'm a DV lottery winner for 2022, this fiscal year, and I did my biometric a month ago. Then and nothing happened after that. I sent to the USCIS. I called them. I sent the Congress representative, and nothing. And I'm run out that this is the last month. The September is the last fiscal year. So I don't know what to do.
When did you actually file the application? When did your number become current?
In May.
So you filed it in May, and then they did your biometrics in August?
In July.
In July?
July 12th, yeah.
What field office?
New York. New York,
Jeez.
Manhattan.
Have you called the 1-800 number and talked to anybody?
Yeah, I talked to them. They said no. I talked to them like 3 or 4 times. They said they don't have any idea about the schedule for interview or something. And they said they check for the background things.
That's BS. I mean, you only have 24 days left, so I think that it's going to be hard to pull this off. I would call, ask to speak to a tier 2 officer, and say, I want to go. I need an InfoPass appointment. I want to talk to them. I only have 24 days, and see if they can get you an appointment to go talk to somebody this week, because you're going to run out of time. Usually they're on top of it when there's a DV. Did you use an attorney?
Yeah. Yeah, he's an attorney.
And they noted that it was a diversity visa case. Did they specially noted in the cover letter in all caps, and they should be screaming their head off? What are they doing for you?
They even give me the receipt and the category of it. It's DV lottery, so I'm sure they know what.
Yeah, so I would lean on my attorney and say, what do you propose we do? This is all worthless if I don't get it in 24 days.
Yeah. So the only choice is to call the field office, or
Well, you can't call the field office. You've got to call the 1-800 number and ask them to let you go to the field office to explain to them your situation.
oh yeah. So this is the only way.
That's it.
Yeah.
Good luck, Amr.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jim. Thank
Bye,
you.
buddy. Yeah, hopefully he gets that sorted out. It'd be a shame if he lost his green card because those fools don't know how to process a case in a timely fashion. Let's say hi to Mohammed. Hi, Mohammed.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. What's up?
I called your show last week, and I told you that I had gone to customs in Atlanta, Georgia, yet the man had not actually stamped the passport.
Right.
You told me to call up the office of CBP in Daytona, and I gave them a call on the cell phone, and I spoke to an officer. And can you guess what the officer told me?
I can't guess. What did he tell you?
The officer told me, "Hey, we don't stamp passports anymore. They create an electronic record of your arrival, and you don't really have to worry about this."
So was he able to pull up your arrival on his system?
He actually, I called him over the phone, so we did not meet in person. He told me, I asked him over the phone, if I wanted a stamp, what should I do? And he told me, well, you can go back to Atlanta where you had customs, and you can have them put a stamp for you there, which is not really the most convenient thing to do.
Sure. Have you gone on the I-94 lookup to see if they have your entry?
Yes, on the I-94 website, I found my entry. Yes.
Oh, then I think you're fine. I don't think you need to worry about all that. I would just make sure you keep a PDF of that so you always have proof. But as long as don't rely on them to keep it on their system, print it out as a PDF and keep it in an important file, you should be fine.
Okay, so long as I have that I-94 record,
you're good.
You'd recommend not worrying about having to go get a stamp, correct?
No, I wouldn't. Is this an F1?
Yes, this is an F1, yes.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Jim.
Good luck, Mohammed. See you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Let's say hi to Afshan. Hi, Afshan.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. I filed a CR1 for my husband, and we're at the NVC stage now. So I've collected all my documents. We actually went through an agency. They were supposed to help us go through this process, the whole process, actually. So what they did was they added my joint sponsor under a household member, and they had started uploading some documents from my joint sponsor, and they uploaded only about 2 of those. One was a proof of relationship letter, and the other one was, I think, the I-864A, which is wrong. I mean, he filed an I-864, but I don't know where they got that I-864A from. So now the thing is, I have sent an email to the NVC asking them to remove that household member from my SEAC account.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long it's going to take for them to do that.
So what is this agency? Tell me about the agency. This is an interesting concept.
They are basically, I mean, they were supposed to walk us through this process. They were supposed to, assemble all the documents. The first stage, the I-130, went very well, very smoothly.
So what's the name of the agency? What's the name of the agency?
They're actually, should I tell that? I mean, sure. I don't want to get into trouble.
Well, you don't have to tell it, but is it one that's located in the United States or one that's located overseas?
Yeah, it is. They are located in the United States.
Okay, so they filed the I-130 for you, and they got is this one of those ones where they do the forms for you, but you don't really have an attorney?
Yeah, I mean, they do have this program called Ask. I mean, we can ask their attorney about anything.
There's not an attorney who signs the forms. There's not an attorney who files a G-28.
No. Okay. No.
So they got the I-130 approved, but then they've been screwing up well, I mean, so what's their answer to the fact that they have are you done working with them? Are you firing them?
I won't be going with them any further. They had given me 2 options. Either I can upload those documents myself, or they would do that for me. So they said they would do everything, like adjusting, compressing those files and everything. So I was okay with that, but they did not tell me that they had already started uploading. They did not ask my consent. They did not tell me that they had already started. So,
just for everybody watching, this is why you don't use agencies that aren't lawyers to file your stuff, because they screw stuff like up like this all the time.
mhm.
So your question to me was, how long will it take NVC
Um,
to take that down and
mm,
let you start back up? It could take a couple months.
yeah, actually, I was wondering if I could go ahead, add the joint sponsor, and start uploading all my documents and submit it, or should I wait for them to remove it?
Yeah, I would try to do it separately and just treat like that other one as like a false start, and see if you can get them to, if you can get it all completed as a non-household sponsor, joint sponsor, and see if that works.
Okay. And should I mean, under that household member part, should I upload a letter stating like this is the wrong part I had
Yeah,
requested to?
that's not a bad idea.
Uh-huh. Okay. Those two documents that they had uploaded, they show this status called submitted. It's just two documents, but it shows submitted. What do you
Okay.
think that is?
I don't know. I don't do CX stuff, so I don't know the answer to that question.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So should I go ahead and
I would
start
try.
submitting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would submit a letter saying that this one is sort of incorrectly filed. We're going to refile it as a separate
Mm-hmm.
joint sponsor, and then see what happens.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Jim.
Thanks,
Thank you very
Ashan.
much.
Good luck. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's say hi to MD. Are you there, MD?
Hey, Jim.
How are
Hello,
you?
Jim. Good. Thanks
Hello.
for having me.
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. I'm very sure you recognize me and my case. You know, I called you a couple of weeks back and told you that I had to divorce my ex-wife, who is in Nigeria. So I did a divorce here. So last week, the judge signed the divorce decree, but there was a little error. My divorce, Anthony, I think, made a little error. I was separated from my ex-wife since 2018, December 23rd to be precise. But on this new decree, it was stated that I was separated in 2019. And I already have history with USCIS. So I need to call you and to see if this is going to be an issue.
You want the divorce decree to be accurate, so you should go get that fixed.
Yes. It should be fixed to be 2018, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I needed to know that, before I contact your office.
All right. Well, good luck, MD. Let us know how it goes, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Bye, buddy. All right. Let's say hi to Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I've been trying to get on your show for a couple of weeks now.
Oh, well, here we are.
I'll take it. Question. So I got married. Let me give you a timeline. I got married in 2019 to a Nigerian citizen. He's got 3 kids. And so 2020, I filed. The I-30 got approved like within 4 or 5 months. I thought that was pretty quick.
Yeah.
They got documentarily qualified. Okay, and this is the weird part. They qualified 2 of the kids in September, and then qualified my spouse and the other child in December. And so my question to you is, I know that since the 2 kids are coming up as far as being documentarily qualified on a year. How would that work as far as, basically, should I wait if nothing happens between now and the end of the year? Should I wait until his documentarily qualified date comes up, or am I able to do anything, sue them on the 2 kids?
They're not coming without him, right?
Right.
So I would just let his case catch up and use that as your clock.
Okay.
But my bigger question is, tell me about his divorce. Was he married with the mother of those children?
Oh God, that's okay. Wish I'd done research as far as culture and traditions go. No, from my understanding is he did not pay the baby's mother's bride price. Traditionally, you're considered married if the bride price is paid. And so he never did that. He didn't do the registry. Me and him went to the registry and got married. He didn't do any of that with her. He basically got her pregnant, and they just end up living together, until they no longer lived together, which was like 2000. I think he said they broke up like in 2011 or something like that.
I don't. Has he ever applied for a visit visa to the United States?
Yes.
Did he say that he was married? Did he say that he was married on those visit visa applications? Yes, he did. I can almost guarantee it.
Okay.
So this idea that you guys are going to be able to rely upon him not paying the dowry, I think that he's probably told the State Department that he was married, and I think they're going to conclude that he wasn't legally eligible to marry you.
Okay. So what advice can you give me to combat that?
You need to hire a lawyer to investigate whether he was legally eligible to marry you and whether your marriage is valid. A lawyer in Nigeria.
Oh, a lawyer in Nigeria. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Huh.
Yeah, that's the big. I mean, if you watch this show, that's what we talk about all the time. Is Nigerian marriages, Nigerian divorces. That's not what you said to me of everything but him paying the dowry. That sounds pretty close to a legal marriage, and the State Department's going to err on the side of marriage unless you prove otherwise. So I think this is a big deal.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jim. That's
right.
it.
Bye, Lisa. All right. Let's say hi to Gregory. Hi, Gregory. Oh,
can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Gregory. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Great. What can I help you with?
All right. My situation is about a year ago, I filed for I-140, EB2 national interest waiver, and I did it at the same time with I-485. So now, almost a year later, I have just recently replied for a notice of intent to deny. And like maybe in a couple of months, I will have a decision on my case, which I expect to be negative. So my question is, can I file for another I-140 before the decision?
You can, but why would you?
Because when the decision comes out and it's negative, say, so that my I-485 remains still valid, like pending.
I don't think they'll treat it as pending. I don't think we just looked at this the other day. I don't think you can piggyback the old 45 on the new case.
So it will be just like denied. The I-485 is going to be denied.
I believe so.
Okay, but what about my employment authorization and my advance parole? Will they be like invalid?
Yes, they will.
So if I file for another I-140 and another I-485, like in 30 days since the decision, I will have to wait several months for a new employment authorization and new advance parole.
That's true. And what's your underlying immigration status?
I came here as a tourist on a tourist visa, and before the expiration of my stay, I applied for I-140.
Who told you to do that?
I have an attorney, but she does not have answers to my questions.
Because you're not supposed to do what you did. You don't file an I-140 and adjustment of status on a B1, B2. How long after you arrived did you do that?
5.5 months after.
Yeah. No, this was a bad plan. This was a bad plan.
Mm-hmm.
You you didn't do it the right way. It was probably doomed to failure. What were the issues raised in the notice of intent to deny?
It's basically a lack of evidence, most of it.
Well, what's the work? Why is it in the national interest of the United States for you not have to go through the perm process?
I'm not sure about that. It's basically maybe there is no interest.
So why are we going to go ahead and file another one? And certainly, why are we going to file another one before we even know what they didn't like about the first one? This all sounds like you're getting really bad legal advice from someone who's probably just collecting a fee and promising you a green card when they really don't know what in the hell they're talking about.
I already decided to go on my own. I'm not paying anymore to this attorney.
Stop. No, that's one answer. The right answer is I'm not supposed to be here right now. I'm not going to get a national interest waiver. You think that you're going to figure out how to get a national interest waiver approved after you have a denial? You think you can pull that off on your own?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm not. I don't see any other options, because if I have a negative decision, I have 30 days to leave the country, and that's it.
Right. And you should leave now. I mean, leave after it's denied. I mean, this whole plan is backwards and wrong.
Oh.
What work that you do is in the national interest? Why do you think you're entitled to a national interest waiver?
I'm not sure about that. It's like a business.
How can you not be sure of it? You filed it. You said to the federal government of the United States, it's in your national interest to not make me go through the perm process, to not make me find an employer.
Yeah.
How can you not know that if you've already filed a notice of intent to deny response? How can you not know that?
I'm not sure anymore about anything. Before I trusted my attorney, but now I don't know.
So when that case gets denied, you should leave, because you're going to start accruing unlawful presence, and this whole plan was backwards from day one.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand what it is that you're applying for, and you're not even able to articulate why your application is in the national interest of the United States. You can't even explain to me.
Mm-hmm.
So to think that after a denial of one filed by an attorney, now you're going to do it all over again, it's not a game just to get a work card.
I understand.
But this is what makes my life hard. When people file bogus or thin or unsubstantiated national interest waivers, it makes it hard for everybody.
I see.
So this attorney really did you wrong.
I think so, yes.
Yeah. All right. Good luck, Gregory.
Thank you.
Whew. All right. Let's say hi to Ben.
Hello. Hi. I'm very happy to be on the show. This is my first time.
Hi, Ben.
I'm really shy. I applied for naturalization. I've been in the United States for about 15 years. And last year I applied for it, and I get all the process done. And I was supposed to show up last month for interview. But in June, the IRS sent me a note that I owe them money. And I check the information. I see that they are wrong. I don't owe them money, because I went to the record to see when they said I owe them money, like 7 or 8 years ago. So I'm like, am I supposed to show up at the interview? Because the last 7 years or so, my how you call it, tax filing is fine, but the record show that I pay, but for them I didn't pay. You see, so I don't know what to do. I don't have time to contest. I don't have time to call them and say, no, you need to.
So first of all, USCIS has scheduled you for an interview, and it already passed. Is that right?
Yeah, I called them. That I could not show up. Okay, they said they're gonna reschedule, and they already rescheduled in 2 weeks. I need to show up.
You should go.
I have a little concern. It's just that because the IRS in June sent me a note that I owe them money.
Well, so who's right? You or the IRS?
I am right. 100% right. But
Why
I don't
does
even
why does the IRS think you? What year are we talking about, Ben? Which year?
2013 and 14.
So why does the IRS think that you owe them money from 2013 and 2014?
Because I filed late. I filed
Okay.
late. They filed for me, and I filed later. And they didn't
Okay.
make the correction. No, for years they didn't even keep in touch with me. Oh, look, there is a problem here. Nothing. And then in June they sent me a note. So I
Okay.
feel like the immigration requested files, and they noticed something was wrong, and then they send me.
Nah. No, I don't
Okay.
think that's true. I think they just finally caught up. How much money are you talking about?
8,000.
Can you pay it in the next month?
I need 2 months for that. But the
Well, I think
interview
if you don't go to your next interview, I think they're gonna deny your N400.
Yeah, I know they're gonna deny that, because I was thinking maybe it's 7 years ago. Maybe I will get a pass on that.
No,
But
you won't. Not for naturalization, you won't.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure, Ben. I'm not really sure if you've convinced me. Who's right? Is the IRS right or are you right?
I am right.
How do you know you're right?
Because I have the record, my own record. That is different from them.
Okay, so just to be clear, you were supposed to pay your taxes on April 15th, 2013, right? And you didn't pay them on April 15th. You paid them at some other time, right?
No, I'm supposed to file it, and I didn't file it on time, and the IRS filed it for me. And after they filed it, they didn't send me yet. I filed my own, and I send it to them, and I make the payment. You see that? So there is two records. There's my record and there's their record. But for some reason, they didn't make the correction.
But have you talked to an accountant and asked them in this situation which wins, what the IRS says or what I say and what I paid?
You see, I didn't call them because I don't know what to do. So you see, I don't know. I don't want to make a mistake. Yeah.
You need to talk to an accountant.
Okay.
And see if they can help you, and tell them you're under this timeline because you have a naturalization interview in 2 weeks. Go to your naturalization interview. Tell them, do the test, do everything else, and then tell them you have this tax issue that just popped up in June, that you're working through it with an attorney, and ask them to give you as long as possible to resolve it. Say, give me a request for evidence, give me 90 days, and I will work with the IRS and with my CPA. Because if you don't, your case is probably gonna get denied. If you don't show up twice, I think they just automatically deny it.
Okay, so do you think this problem with the IRS is the IRS is very sticky, right?
It'll keep you from getting your citizenship if you don't fix it.
Okay. So I need to ask for more time to provide evidence. So it gives me time to.
But you need to go see an accountant. You need to go see an accountant before that interview so that you can tell them that you're doing the right thing and working on it.
Okay. All right. So I call the IRS, right?
No, call an accountant. Go see a tax attorney, a tax specialist.
Tax attorney. Okay.
An accountant.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye, Ben. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, that was Ben. Let's say hi to Dar. Hi, Dar. You're on mute.
I'm sorry about that, Jim. How are you?
No worries. Great. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah, I just have a question regarding my my adjustment of status case, marriage base. So we filed it on August 2020, and right now we're in California. In the nearest field office is Sacramento.
Yeah.
And I think their processing time is around 29 to 30 months. And my case has been pending since, like I told you, 2020 August, and I got my fingerprints done for my I-485 last year in April 2021, and after that they said that you are ready to be scheduled for an interview, but after that I've never heard anything from them.
Why do you think? Why can you think of any reason why they're sitting on your case?
I was just wondering, is because of the workload, or maybe they cannot schedule any interview, because I just recently called them and they said my case is still sitting in somewhere in Florida. And yeah. That's what the lady told me, that your case is sitting somewhere in Florida, and they said they tried to schedule an interview for you, but they canceled it in their system because they have no schedule for you to interview over there in Sacramento or something. I don't know if that makes sense. Or yeah, I was thinking about Mandamus, but I'm just confused what I should do. I already have an attorney though, but
Mhm. Were you ever out of status?
no,
Any problems with the law?
no.
How long did you know your spouse before you got married?
Um, almost 1.5 years to 2 years.
If 1 is I submitted very, very little marital evidence and 10 is I submitted a lot, where do you fall on that spectrum?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. If I'm asking you about how much evidence did you submit in support of the application, where 1 is very little and 10 is a ton of it. Where on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you fall?
I would say around. I would say like it was average.
Average? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So nothing about your case that worries you or that's keeping you up at night.
Okay.
I'm
So.
asking, is there anything that keeps you
Oh,
up?
nothing.
Anything that you're worried about?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I think if you the nice thing about filing lawsuits with USCIS is for the most part, especially in California, they don't fight us that much. I think if you sued them, you'd have an interview in about 2 or 3 months.
Okay. And that will just move my
I mean,
case forward.
I'm a little bit worried because they say your case is in Florida. That doesn't make any sense. I'm also worried because they scheduled you and then descheduled you for an interview. Those are 2 signs that there's maybe something off with the processing, and that maybe whether you sue them now or 6 months from now, you're going to end up having to sue them in order to get them to move on the case.
Okay. Yeah, but I never received a notice for interview.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, they never updated anything after that. Yeah, I don't know if I should do it, if we should go for a mandamus or no. Or...
Whenever you're ready, brother. It's no rush. Whenever you feel like getting an interview and a decision, just let us know and we'll file the lawsuit. But it's whenever you're ready.
Would that be a problem in lawsuit if my processing time is 26 months, but the field office time is 30 months?
On adjustment cases, they haven't thrown that to us as a defense. And plus, I don't think anybody can credibly argue that 2+ years on a green card is reasonable, and it's not reasonable. Taking 2 years to decide this stupid case is ridiculous.
Okay, Jim. Yeah, I'll just call your office then. Thank you
Sure,
so
buddy.
much.
Whenever you're ready.
Thank you.
Bye, Dar. All right, let's say hi to Ronnie. Hi, Ronnie. You're on mute. There you
Hi,
go.
Jim. So me and my husband is a primary beneficiary. I'm the dependent. He has a 485 I-140 approval. So we belong to India. So we had an interview on August 31st. So when we went to the interview, the officer went through the files and she couldn't find the underlying I-140 and the ETA application. She said that it was missing, and we asked her like can we do anything to do, but she said she needs to talk to her supervisor. So that's how it ended. Uh, we have a little bit background. Actually, in 2020, when the dates for India became current due to the COVID situation, we have like my husband has 2 employers, employer A and employer B. So he worked with his employer from 2011 to 2016, and he had an I-140 approved in 2011. And then in 2016, he moved to employer B, and he has another I-140 approved with employer B in 2014. So when the dates became current in 2020, we thought it was a once in a lifetime opportunity for Indians. And
Yep.
then we asked the current employer to downgrade the application, but they took a policy decision not to downgrade the application.
Yep.
Whereas the previous employer was willing to do the downgrade application. So we went ahead and filed a I-1 for downgrade application with 485 application. And then we waited for 1 year, nothing happened. The I-140 didn't move, we didn't get EAD, nothing happened. And then in 2021, the EB2 dates became current. So the current employer was willing to go ahead and file the 485. So what we did is we asked the old lawyer to withdraw our 485 applications.
The downgraded
And then,
ones.
yeah, and we went ahead and filed with this. So they withdrew the I-140 applications, but the employer,
The 2011 one.
the
The 2011 I-140.
2011, yeah. The employer B application was first filed with NBC, and the previous one was with Texas Center. So they moved the application from Texas to NBC, and then from NBC to Texas, and again moved the application from Texas to NBC, and then moved it to the field office, and they scheduled an interview with for the current application, the employer B application. So we were completely prepared. The second EB2 filing was a clear case. There is nothing wrong with it. There is we have been working with that employer for the past 5 years. We had everything. So I think there was a mix-up in the files. I don't know what happened, but they couldn't find the I-140 or the ETA application. She was looking for something called as a blue file. I guess that is a perm application, which is a printed paper in blue. So she went on looking for it. She went on looking for it. She went on looking for it. And she said, I can't find it. I can't find it. And then she went ahead and completed the interview. She finished the 485 application for both my husband and myself.
And just to be clear, that I-140, even though she was looking for it, had already been approved, right?
Yes.
Okay.
In 2014 itself, 2016.
Okay.
Both are approved actually.
Yeah.
One was previous one was downgraded, and we withdrew that downgrade application. But the current application, 485, the current 485, 140 is approved.
Got it.
And I'm working for the same employer.
Okay. So what's the question for me?
I mean, what should we do now? Because the visas are going to be over for this year. I don't know what's going to happen next year. I don't know how long they're going to look for the file. So what options do we have?
Which field office is this?
Atlanta field office.
I mean, have you called USCIS since the interview and asked them if they can look at it and if you can make an info pass to go down and talk to them in Atlanta?
Yeah, we tried for the info pass, but we are still waiting. They didn't call us back.
I'd call them every single day. I'd call them every single day until the end of the.
We know the officer's name. Can we send the file directly to her?
No.
So we need an info pass appointment for that?
Well, they won't let you in, I don't think.
Can we mail the documents to them?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'd send it Federal Express so you have proof. Yeah, I'd send the I-140 approval. If you have a copy of
we already gave the I-140 approval copy to her on that day, but she said she wanted the original ETA file.
I have a copy of ETA file from my attorney. So
yeah, we have all the documents ready, and we have the new 485J. So we are planning to send it to her and then do a congressional inquiry after 2 weeks. But what are the other options we have? Because it's a clear case and it's not our fault that the file went missing.
That's it. That's all you can do.
Can we file for the Mandamus?
No, because they get 60 days to answer. It'll be after the 30th.
Okay, we have to wait for 60 days for that to file a suit?
When we sue them, they get 60 days to answer. So that puts us into November.
I mean, I think because it's 2011, our priority date is 2011. We have been waiting for a decade. I guess it will be current for the next year too, hoping so.
Yeah. So I mean, we can do a mandamus. It's just that I don't know what's going to happen for this fiscal year. But yeah, if you're willing to go beyond and just trying to get their attention, we can do that for sure.
I mean, are there any consequences filing for a mandamus? What do you think? I mean, is there anything to worry about in our case except for the delay?
I filed 1,300 of them, and I don't think that they get mad or punish people. No, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Okay, because we already waited for more than 10 years. I'm an attorney too, Mr. Jim.
Yeah.
I practice in Atlanta, but I'm practice in family-based immigration, not the employment-based immigration. And
Yeah,
it has been really stressful for me to work in
sure.
immigration with that
I'm sure.
situation.
Yeah, well, I'd be happy to file a lawsuit for you as long as we're all on the same page that it's with the hope
I
that the
just want to know
2011.
how long do we have to wait to file the lawsuit?
When did the
31st.
visa become current?
It became current like long back.
Like 2 years.
2 years back.
Yeah, we can sue. Yep.
Okay. We can sue immediately?
Yep.
Okay. We are going to do the congressional and send the documents to the to the officer, and then
Perfect.
I think we'll have the paperwork ready to file the suit.
Okay, just email me whenever you're ready.
Okay, I just wanted to know there is nothing to worry about, right? There is no chance of denial, or will they say?
There's always a chance of denial, but it won't be because of the lawsuit.
Why do you think they will deny? Because our case is a clear case.
Ronnie, you're a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Do you guarantee your clients that their cases are going to be approved?
No.
No, I can't. I can get your case moving. I don't know what the decision is going to be. It sounds like a clean case. Sounds like an approval, but I never guarantee a case. Never, ever, ever, ever.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Okay. Have a good night. All right. Let's say hi to Bahalu. Hi, Bahalu.
Hi, Jim.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. What's up?
I have one question. I just get my green card based on marriage, and before that, I just applied asylum, and it was in pending. Now I just want to go back home.
No.
Yeah, I just sent a letter to USIS to withdraw my case.
You can't go back home. Have things gotten better in your home country? Have things gotten better in your home country? Why is it safe now for you to go back home simply because you have a green card? What magically happened that made things safer back home?
Actually, the government is changed. The previous government is fall down, and a new government is established right now.
So it's safe for you to go back now.
Yes.
And you think you could explain that to an immigration officer when you go to your naturalization interview?
Yes.
Okay. My vote is you don't go back until you get your citizenship.
Okay. But in case if I go there, is there will be an interview in the immigration when I re-enter to USA?
Maybe.
Like after 1 month stay or something like that?
Maybe. But I'm more concerned about your citizenship. You swore under oath that if you went back to your home country, you swore under oath that if you went back to your home country, you were going to be persecuted, tortured, killed, that something bad was going to happen to you. Then you got your green card and all of a sudden it's safe for you to go back. I don't think they're going to buy it.
Yeah, but actually starting from 2018, the government is a little bit changed. The ruling party.
When did you apply for asylum?
2016.
Did you ever have an interview on your case?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to have to make this argument. I don't want you to be in trouble. I don't want you to have to defend a trip back to your home country. I know that if you don't go, that you're going to be safe. If you do go, I can't guarantee that they're going to believe you that it's now suddenly safe for you to go right after you got your green card. Because you're the 113th person to ask me this, which means that USCIS sees it all the time. I apply for asylum. I say, oh, bad things are going to happen to me if I go back home. Then I get married and then I get a green card. Oh, suddenly it's safe for me to go back and everything's hunky-dory in my home country. That pisses them off. So you do what you want, but I don't want you to have to make that argument. I want you to keep things clean.
Okay. So, but if I go, there will be an interview in the immigration when I come back, and as well as on naturalization.
How could I know if you're going to have an interview when you come back? How could I know that? No one on earth knows. No one knows that.
Okay.
You swore under oath that it wasn't safe for you to go back. You swore.
Yeah.
So do you want to be sitting in customs trying to give them a history lesson on what's going on in your home country so that you get back in, or so that they don't take your green card, or they don't accuse you of fraud? Is that what you want to go through?
No.
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 I'm just looking out for you.
All right, thank you.
Bye, Makalu. See ya. All right, let's say hi to Liam. Hi, Liam. You're on mute.
Oh, sorry. How you doing?
No worries. Great. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. So I'm looking into applying for a fiance visa. My fiance is a US citizen.
Okay.
I'm just a little bit concerned about at the point when I get to the States,
Okay.
the period that I won't be able to work. So I just had a question regarding what I can actually do then. Am I able to work remotely from my home country while I'm waiting for
the U.S. immigration laws haven't caught up to the fact that people can work back in their home country remotely. So,
okay.
If let's not talk about you so much. Let's just walk through a hypothetical. Okay. So somebody gets a fiance visa approved. They come to the United States and they get married and they apply for a green card and they apply for work authorization, and it takes like 7 or 8 months from the time they arrive until the time that the work card comes. And then eventually they're going to have a green card interview with their spouse. If that person had been working from the day they arrived until the day of their interview, that's all forgiven because they're married to a U.S. citizen, as long as they don't lie about it. So if I were in such a situation, I would list the employment and tell the officer, and I would say I was working remotely. I was paid back in my home country. And I don't know if this is working or not, but I wanted to be honest and tell you, and then you decide what you want to do. But you'll still get the person would still get a green card.
Okay. All right. But it could potentially look bad on your case if you did so?
Nah.
No?
Happens all the time.
Okay. Oh, great. And would that be the same like with regards to, say, buying a property, and if you're going to renovate it or something like that, would that count as work? No?
No.
Okay. All right. No, it's just a bit of a long wait time. I was wondering what I could do to fill my...
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times I always call people bubble boy or bubble girl when they're in that status, because you're really sort of up on the shelf.
Yep. Okay. Great.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your advice.
Thanks, Liam. See you, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah. Bye.
All right. Remember, if you want to come in the waiting room, I got to see you on screen so that I know that you're there, and then I'll pull you up. Okay. All right. Let's say hi to MJ. Hi, MJ.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you. I appreciate all the efforts you're doing. Thank you so much for all of us. I have an hypothetical question, and before taking any action, I wanna your opinion, and then I would really like to hire you for that. If a person comes to US on B1, B2, and then within that 6 months span, his sibling of files I-130. Is that something? Then I know he or she cannot leave the country, but is it? But it's a long wait.
No, they have to leave the country.
They have to leave.
Yeah. So MJ, there are 3 categories of people that are called immediate relatives. So the spouses of U.S. citizens, the parents of U.S. citizens, and the under 21-year-old children of U.S. citizens. Those are called immediate relatives. So they can stay the whole time. They don't need any other status while that's pending. But if your brother or sister, if a brother or sister filed for such a person on a B1, B2, that's totally fine. But they can't adjust status and they can't stay in the United States while they're waiting for their priority date to become current. Right now, that delay is anywhere from 14 to 20 years. So you'd have to leave the United States and wait for all the people in line ahead of you to get to the head of the line before you could come back and adjust inside the United States.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, you were saying for siblings, I-130, I-485 cannot be filed together?
Correct.
Okay. And if we want to do that, then it's better that he applies the visa before, try to get the visit visa before.
Correct.
applying
No. You get the visit visa first, then you apply. Because once you get that, once you file the I-130, they're probably not going to give you a visit visa anymore. So you get the visit visa first.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Bye, MJ. See you later. All right, let's say hi to Nini. Hi, Nini. Nini, are you there? All right, we'll go to Matt. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Matt,
Can you hear me?
How are you? Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Can you hear me well, though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because, I can barely hear you. Let me try to fix this if you want to put me back on the line.
Okay. All right. Hey, Nini.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Yes, Mama, give me 1 second. I applied for I-90 for my green card because I get my green card on 2000 last year 2021, and it has mistake on my last name. When I found the mistake after 4 months, because of my I have twins, I didn't have time to send the I-90. I sent the I-90 on July. They didn't get back to me yet, and I apply for N400. When I apply the N400, they sent me a paper. They say they use my fingerprints, the old fingerprints. My first question is why they didn't get back to me about my I-90. It's been like 1 year now, and I cannot travel anywhere because of this problem. And also, I wanna ask you, I apply for N400. I'm still legally married in US, but my husband left to my country and he divorced me. He bring a divorce degree, and I filed for divorce. And when I filed for divorce, the court deny his divorce. And when the court deny he appeal like the decision of the court, like case still going on. It will take too long. When I apply my N400, the person who applied for me, she applied as married. She didn't apply for me as divorce, like because she say you still marry in US for some reason.
Okay, let's back up.
Okay.
When did you become a lawful permanent resident?
2017, September 2017.
Based on marriage?
Based on marriage, yes.
And did you get a 2-year green card or did you get a 10-year green card?
I get 2 years green card.
And were you already in the United States or did you get it through the immigrant visa process?
When I come here to United States, they give me the 2 years green card.
Okay. All right. So what's the date of your marriage?
December 13, 2016.
Okay. So December 13th, 2016, you get married, and then your husband files for an I-130 for you. That gets approved by USCIS. Then you come through and you arrive in the what day did you arrive in the US?
September 2017, after 9 months.
And then you got your green card.
Yes.
Okay. And then do you know what the start date was on that green card?
27 September 2017.
Okay. So then in 2019 you filed an I-751?
Yes.
And that got approved, but then they sent you the messed up green card.
Yes, the last name was in a letter. They add another letter.
So let's just say your last name was Aboud. They put like Abouds.
They put like Aboud, and they add another D in the end.
Okay. All right. So did you send them the green card back or did you keep it?
No, I keep it. I still have the green card. I send them just the form and I think a letter.
Okay. So when let's see. So you got the automatic extension on the 751, right? And then you got it approved. When did they approve the 751? Do you know?
Last year, April last year, April 2021.
21. Okay. And then when did you file for citizenship?
This July, this summer, July 2022.
So even though you were already wait,
Excuse me?
July of 2022.
I didn't hear you. What did you say? I'm sorry.
So you got your original green card on September 27th, 2017, and you applied for citizenship in July of 2022, right?
Yes.
But did the person who filled out your form sign the 3-year box or the 5-year box?
A 5-year box.
Okay, good. So, okay, I thought you said the 3-year box. Okay, good.
No, she filed a 5-year box.
Okay. All right. Now, when did your Gozi file for divorce?
When he filed for divorce last year, June 2021.
Back home.
Back home, yes.
And has anybody filed for divorce in the United States?
Me.
When did you file for divorce?
I the same month, after 2 weeks, June, like June. After when I heard he filed for divorce, I filed here too.
Got it. Okay. And where is he right now? Is he back home?
No, he come back here.
Are you living with him or no?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. So have either of you actually gotten the divorce?
He got a divorce from the Moroccan courts.
Yeah.
Like divorce degree. And when I go through the courts and they do a course between me and him, my lawyer and his lawyer. The judge make a decision and she deny his divorce, and she say because of your kids and because of my situation. And he appeal. He fire his old lawyer and he bring new lawyer and he appeal this divorce.
Okay. And what's going? Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, and the appeal will take too long. I think maybe it will take 2 years.
Okay. And what about your divorce?
This is I talked to you about United States. What's happened here?
Oh, wait.
In Morocco, the divorce was quick. It take maybe 6 months. He go there. He apply for divorce, and he got the divorce in December.
Oh, so on your divorce, on the divorce you filed, the judge said no.
Say deny. They say this divorce. The degree he bring from Morocco, they say it's denied because I been not served, and I been not participating in the divorce, and I been not I been not in Morocco. I was not able to travel to Morocco to participate on this divorce, and the divorce was denied. And when the judge denied his divorce, he appealed. He appealed, like he filed for an appeal, and the appeal still going on. And I have all this paper.
Okay, so what's the question for me? What do you need to know from me?
I wanna the day. I don't know how long it will take. The day on my interview. I already they filed for me as married. I take with me the copy of Moroccan divorce, even the American court denied and still on appeal, or I bring with me the paper. I'm confusing too.
Well, what does your divorce lawyer say? Do they say that right now you're legally married, or do they say you're divorced?
No, they say you are legally married, because I don't have any paper from I'm here from the court, like I'm legally divorced in the United States. There is no legal paper or legally separated or anything.
When you have your interview, where will it be? What city will it be in?
Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. Okay. So you're asking, so you probably won't have your interview for another year. You just filed in July. You probably won't have your interview until like April or May next year.
Okay.
So you should have enough time to figure it out, but just tell them whatever the situation is at the time. If you're legally divorced by then tell them that. If you're not, then tell them that.
Okay. like the situation. I tell them what the situation is.
Well, try to keep it simple. You know,
What?
try to keep it simple. You don't want to give them. You don't want to like dump a bunch
Give
of
them
divorce.
like long story, like I
Yeah,
told you.
yeah. They don't
Okay,
want to know
like
all that
I've
stuff.
been divorced in Morocco, but here not yet. Okay.
Yeah. Now they'll push you on it because they'll want to know when people naturalize. One of the things they put on the certificate is married or divorced. So you're going to want to be able to have a good answer for them. But
Oh yeah.
I would like talk to your divorce lawyer the day before you go to your naturalization interview, and then explain it to them. Whatever your divorce lawyer says is the fact.
Okay. 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 Thank you so much.
Bye, CC. Have a good night.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central. If you could do us a little favor, go to reviewhackinglaw.com and leave us a review. And if you're not on our text list, make sure you text the word show, SHOW, to 314-470-3300. Huli, thanks for watching the boards, and we'll see everybody tomorrow night. Peace.